What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you had your post notifications on, because if you did, you saw how I posted some photos of us headed from Myrtle Beach to Aruba. But today I got a special video for you. I'm going to show you how you could achieve whatever you want, your goal. If it's a Ferrari, if it's a retirement place somewhere in another island, if it's a yacht, a helicopter, a plane, whatever you want, I'm going to show you what we did, and this could help you achieve what you want, no matter what you want to do. Always remember, your dream is your dream. Your dream doesn't have to match somebody else's. The way you're going to get there is not going to be some same way somebody else got there. So I'm going to do this video on the terrazza of our place. Check it out. This was one of the buying factors of why we bought in Aruba, in this place when they were building it. Check it out. Oh, look at that view. To come out here and just see this view, ladies and gentlemen, this was one of the biggest buying factors of why we bought here. Oh, check this out. Look at that. Some of you may remember this video. We got a hot tub over there. I made a video before showing everything that's up here. So we got a hot tub over there, hot tub over there. But just check out that view. Check out that view. So I'm gonna do the video over here. So one of the reasons why we bought in Aruba was back in 2013, we first came here and we had a dream of buying a destination place. Now, just a little backstory on myself. I'm a high school dropout. I didn't finish high school, but I have a very good job. I have a very good career. I'm a longshoreman. My woman finished college. She started her own business. She makes really good money. So the bigger your dream, the more money you're gonna need to finance that dream. So here's what we did. In 2013, we came here and we wanted to buy here. We fell in love with it, so we came back like 4 times in 1 year to Aruba. And we said, how are we going to get a place here? How are we going to do this? So what I did was, around 2010, 2011, being a person who owned real estate, multifamilies before, but I lost them in a divorce. I kind of knew about real estate, but I didn't know about real estate abroad. But I knew about, investing, index funds, dividend stocks. So what I did was, I went the dividend stock route. I started building a dividend portfolio back in like 2013, 2014. And I was throwing everything I had in that portfolio. Now, I never stopped my index funds. I had another portfolio where my index funds are on autopilot nonstop. They just keep going every month. I have an annuity through my job, but the dividend portfolio I was building out. Now I was taking a chance, but I was trying to have something where I had a coworker working for me. That's why I started the dividend, but portfolio. Now my girl back then, I didn't want to be responsible for her investments, so she was just saving her money. And what we did was, when I finally got enough for a down payment, I cleared out my dividend portfolio. I did not want to do that, but that was the only way I was going to have my money to be able to put down. I had experience with investing, so I knew if I did it the right way, it could help speed up the process. Now, I don't recommend people doing that short term, because we didn't buy until 2021. It took about 7 years, man. And you guys know I drive a pickup truck, a 2018 pickup truck. We're not flashy. This shirt is like $8 off a clearance rack. This hat is from Ron John. I don't wear Louis and Gucci and all that expensive stuff. You're gonna have to sacrifice. I had to sacrifice a lot of the things along the way to get us here, and she sacrificed. Meaning, we wanted to buy here. We were still traveling outside of the United States, but we weren't traveling as much. We started cooking at home. We started really penny pinching. And then when we put the down payment on this place, we wanted to have help paying for the place because the hold on, I have a bug on the thing. Because the association fees in Aruba for this place is $2,600 a month. So what we did was I cleared out my dividend portfolio. She cleared out her savings account. She had money in like CDs and stuff. We combined it and we put a huge down payment. I mean, it was huge. This place was 1.1, 1 million, like 100,000, 200,000, pretty much in furniture off the bat. And you got to get a container for the shipping, had to ship it to Miami. And what we did was we rented it out. When we first furnished it, we didn't even come here for like 3 months. We just rented it out nonstop to help build up a big association fee, a big association fee bag pretty much. So that was like our that was like our emergency fund, where say I got sick, she got sick, it wasn't rented, we had a whole separate account. Ooh, it's windy over here. Almost blew the phone out of my hand. But then we put, a money into, like a bigger, we started in an account just for like the emergencies here, meaning all the money we were making from here, we started a bank account, not here, but we started a separate bank account where we could transfer the money if something breaks or if something goes wrong here. Now, I just want to say this. You don't have to buy in Aruba. You can buy in another state, another country, but the seed money, meaning the money to start all of this, was my career. It was my job. It was her job. I didn't try to go into stock market or just real estate and do that alone and think I was going to get this place. I had to give myself the best possible guarantee of getting here, and it was working more hours. It was sacrificing at home. That was how we did it. Now, the only thing I can tell you is if you want something like this, it's going to take discipline. You're going to have to maybe sacrifice going out, sacrifice spending a lot of money back at home. If you want to move to Belize, I know people that are buying in Belize, Thailand, stuff like that. You're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to, if you want, a goal without a plan is just a wish. And this is what I've always tried to say on this channel is everybody will sell you the shortcuts and they'll tell you it's easy. This was hard. We've gotten into many arguments. There was times where we didn't think we wanted to do it anymore. There was times where we got into fights thinking, are we even going to do this with each other? Do we want to do this? And then we just sat down, had level heads and said, this is what we want. And now we can come out and say that we own a place in Aruba. I'm 44. She's in her 40s too. It's not like we are millionaires. Okay, it's not like we're millionaires overnight. Like this took a long time. Like I don't even like saying I'm a millionaire because I don't have any money on me half the time. I have a couple $100, but the majority of our money is in real estate. It's in our annuities. It's in our dividend stocks. It's in our index funds. And a lot of I sold my Shelby. I had a Shelby GT350. I sold that back in April of 2024, and I started my dividend portfolio again. Okay, link will be in the description if you want to join the $9.99 membership. But did you see? I mentioned it all the way towards the end of this video. I didn't lead with that because that's not what got us here. It just shows the stocks that I own, that I purchase every week. I show bank statements. It shows how sticking to a plan is how we got here. That's why I started that portfolio, to show you just consistently adding, how that snowball effect will compound. And I started that portfolio again, so that portfolio has enough money in it to pay the association fees, until we're gone. Until we're gone. That I want to build that portfolio to pay the association fees for this. That way I can free up my index fund money and my annuity money and my pension money, so we can keep traveling, and then we can buy the dumb stuff when we're back in the States. It's all about freeing up money and having more cash flow. So I hope this video helps, but it all started with our working wages. There is no shortcut. This took us, like about 7 years of us being cheap and pooling our money together. So hope you made it this far. Dividend Portfolio link membership will be in the pin top comment. Think about subscribing to the channel, and dreams do come true. I'm living proof. No regrets. Get it.